Everyone, hope all of you are doing great, and I believe that you guys are enjoying this amazing project. In the last video we have completed our entire context, so we have covered three most important part of our project: API, smart contract, and context management. And now we're going to start working on the UI part of our application. So here I'm into the application. Now you can see these are the components we have all of these components, and we have to work on each one of these components one by one. So what I will do, I'll come back here in the pages and I'm going to follow a different approach this time. First, we're going to break down this entire UI into a small component. So first we'll build the entire UI into a small components. Then we're going to simply plug those components into our application. So that's the logic I'm going to follow, and that's what happened in the real world. So I'm going to create a new page here and I will call it layout. In this, we're going to simply build the component. That's the only thing I will do. We'll type arrayFCE, looks pretty good. So this is our layout page. So this is the layout. Let's assign a class. So we'll say class name and it's gonna be home. So we're going to follow a utility class model. That's the model in which you have defined the classes in your CSS file, and that's what you're going to simply plug in the component. So that's the model I'm going to follow: utility classes model and the layout structure design. You will learn about this, just follow along with me. So we have our layout page ready. Now let's bring the terminal up, stop the application from running, and now come here. We'll type npm run dev, and this will start the front end. So you can see that we are on the layout page and we have this blank canvas, nothing here. And in this page we're going to design all the component, all the structure. You will find that later it becomes very easy. Entire layout page we have, and this is the entire component we have to work one by one. So we have so many components to work on, and that's what we're going to build and placed here. So what I will do is simply close this one. Now we have to work on the CSS file because we have to build a utility class model, and that's what we're going to follow here in this video. So we're going to build all the utility classes which we're going to use in our project. So let's start working on it straight away and build those classes. So let's start with the body. So we'll target the body and we'll have to assign the background color, and this is the color which I have taken. It's kind of a alpha color. Let's assign the color to our fonts. Come back here, let's work on the home page. Working on the first utility class called home, we have to set the width to 70%. Then we have to set the margin 0 auto, it will be in the middle. Then we have to send the margin block is going to be 3 RAM. So that's the first utility class. Come back, we have to get the header. Then we'll say margin bottom 2 RAM, font size 1.5 RAM. Come down, we have to target the upload component. We'll say width is going to be 100%, background linear gradient, and this is the linear gradient color which I have created from the linear gradient generator. And we have to provide a border radius to be 1 RAM. Display is going to be grid template column 1 FR and 2 FR. Cap is going to be 4 RAM. So that's the upload class. Now we have to create a upload info 1, and we have to say margin top is going to be 8 RAM. Linear height, line height 0.5. Work on the upload info paragraph. Width is going to be 92%. Come down, we have to work on the subheading. We'll say margin top is going to be 5 RAM. Margin bottom is going to be 5 RAM. We have to work on the card class. Let's say card. Display is going to be grid template column. Repeat 3 1 FR. Cap is going to be 1 RAM. Margin top 2 RAM. We'll take this avatar. Display flex. Gap 2 RAM. We'll come there, take the avatar image. Border radius 0.5. Box shadow for 4 pixels, 30 pixels, and we'll have this RGB color 00 and 0.2. Then we'll have the border 1 pixel solid. We'll have this particular color. Then we'll have our profile class. It will say border radius 1 RAM, background alpha, with opacity. We'll have a display grid, place content center, and position is going to be a flex. Top 50%, left 50%, transform translate -50%, -50%, and z index 1 1, and width is going to be 100%, height is going to be 100%, and that's what, because we have to keep our profile component in the center of the screen. Then we have to work on the loader. We'll say loader, width is going to be 100%, height is going to be 100%, display flex, display grid, place content center, position fixed, top 50%, left 50%, transform translate -50, -50%, and we'll have a background color to be our alpha opacity. Then we'll have a z index to higher number. So that's the loader class we have. Come down, we have to get the form class. We'll say form, width is going to be 100%, height is going to be 100%, position is going to be a fix, top is going to be 0, right is going to be 0, background color is going to be our alpha color with opacity, z index higher number. Then come here, we have to take the form inner. We'll say width is going to be 40%, padding top is going to be 1 RAM, margin 0 auto. Then we have to work on the API page component, API page basically. Then we have to call API body, display grid, grid template column, repeat to 1FR, gap is going to be 3 RAM. Come here, we have to take the API paragraph, background linear gradient. We'll have the WebKit background clip, because we have to add a linear gradient color to the text as well. So we'll say transparent. Come here, we have to take the title, background linear gradient, and we have to add the padding 1 RAM, border radius 0.5. Then we have to work on the media query. So we'll say media query screen max width is going to be 55 EM. We have to target the card, and grid template column is going to be 1FR, 1FR, gap is going to be 2 RAM. Then we have to target the upload. We'll say grid template column 1FR, justify content center, place content center, place item center, padding top 1 RAM. Then we have the upload info, padding 1 RAM, upload info 1. We'll have margin top 0, font size 1.3 RAM. Then we'd have the front inner, width is going to be 100%, padding 0, API body, grid template column 1FR, and that's the first media query. Let's write the second media query. Screen and max width is going to be, let's say, 45 EM. We'll take the home, and in the home we have to say width 90%, heading is going to be 1, font size 1.5 RAM. Then we have to take the upload. Let's say grid template column 1FR, justify content center, and place item center, padding top 1 RAM, close this one, come back, upload info, padding 1 RAM, upload info H1, margin top 0 RAM, font size 1.3 RAM, card we have to say grid template column 1FR, gap is going to be 2 RAM. Then we have to take the subheading. Subheading will be font size 1.3 RAM. Then we'll take the font inner. This will be the width is going to be 100%, padding is going to be 0. Then we'll take the API body, grid template column 1FR. Start the last media query. Max width is going to be 35 EM, and home is going to be 90%. Header 1 will have the font size 1.5 RAM. We'll have the upload to grid template column 1FR. We'll have the justify content center and place item center. Then we'll have the padding top is going to be 1 RAM. So we'll have some space. We'll take the inner info. Padding is going to be 1 RAM. We'll take the upload info h1. We'll say margin top is going to be 0 RAM, font size 1.3 RAM, card, and we have to say grid can column in 1 RAM, and gap is going to be 2 RAM. So subheading, we'll say font size to 1.3 RAM, and font form inner to be with 100%, and padding is going to be 0. We'll take the API body, grid template column 1FR. We have to close that one, and that's the entire thing. Let's call test if we want to write anything else. So that's the entire piece of code we have written in our utility classes model. So we have this body, we have the home, header, upload info, paragraph, subheading, we have the card, we have the avatar, image, profile, we have loader, we have form, we have inner form, API body. This is the paragraph, title, and the media query. So we have built all the utility classes. All we have to do is to simply plug in the component and we'll have the styling. So that's the exact practice we do in the real world project. It's just like a Tailwind CSS. What do you have in the Tailwind CSS? You have multiple classes and you simply place those classes in the component and you have the styling. So that's the model we are building here. Looks pretty fine to me. So we have all of the things looking absolutely great. Close this one and come here. First we're going to start working on each one of the components one by one. So first I will work on the logo section. Okay, that's the one I'm going to start working on from the next. So simply come here. Let's check everything one at a time. So we have all of the component we have imported. This is the entire component we are exporting here. Looks fine to me. No error we have here. No problem. And we have to work on the logo component. That's the only thing I want to talk about this global utility classes model in this video. And in the next video, we'll start working on the logo component. So let's move to that.